Prisma Health, in collaboration with the Office of Diversity Inclusion, is proud to observe Women's History Month 2023. The theme for this year is celebrating women who tell our stories. This timely theme honors women from all walks of life who have devoted their lives and talents to serving mankind, pursuing truth, and reflecting the human condition decade after decade. The theme is particularly true of Prisma Health's community of women. Women who share their stories by nurturing our patients, supporting team members, and allowing each other to be authentic. Their stories and the larger human story embody our understanding of differences and embrace our similarities to enhance our connections to inspire health, serve with compassion, be the difference. It's now my pleasure to introduce Cynthia Bennett, the first Chief Diversity Officer of the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Bennett has been employed with the Chamber for 25 plus years. Currently, she provides support to the Workforce Development Council, the Diversity Committee, and is coordinator for Business Week, a week-long program which provides skills and mentoring for high school students during the summer.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Bennett. I'm the Chief Diversity Officer with the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce. Today, I'm going to talk to you about celebrating women who tell our stories. The month of March, observed as Women's History Month, recognizes and celebrates the vital role of women in American history. Research states that it started as a week in 1981, and in 1987, through a presidential proclamation, it was designated to be a month long. So why are we not celebrating all year long? That's a whole nother conversation. We often see PSAs or read articles about women who have done some unique or extraordinary things for others in their community each day, every day, not only in March. One could say it's 24/7. I say 24/7 because of all that we are and all that we do. We're a friend, a mother, a wife, an auntie, a mentor, a coach, and a boss. And I could go on. However, the national theme, celebrating women who tell our stories, encourages, challenges, and congratulates, is very fitting to celebrate the women of Prisma Health who help build and sustain a culture of inclusion and belonging each and every day in the lives that they touch. History was so that women started marches, fought in wars, and took care of crises, often not asking or expecting acknowledgement or any honor. It's just in our DNA. I want to thank Dr. Cynthia Walters for asking me to speak, or for those of us who know her, I was voluntold. She is more than a friend, a mentor, and my sponsor in my DE&I path. She's my shero, and I want to thank her and give her her flowers while she can hear and smell them. Today, Prisma Health recognizes more than 100 female team members nominated as Women of Impact. You are all exemplary and tell your story with dignity and respect. You make a difference. You are all joining an elite group of women who are the headliners for South Carolina. Right now, our very own Dawn Staley, two-time national championship coach, Olympic gold medalist, and Coach of the Year. Simply put, the GOAT has opened so many doors, not just for African-American women, but for all women and young girls. She is inspiring us all to reach our goals. Don't settle. And for her, we are thankful. But before Coach Staley, there were women who devoted their lives and talents to serving humanity, pursuing truth, and reflecting the human conditions. These women paved the way. They are the history makers, the barrier breakers, with ties to South Carolina. Sarah Campbell Allen of Charleston, South Carolina, the first female doctor in South Carolina, earned her license in 1894 and pioneered in psychiatry as a staff physician at the South Carolina State Hospital. She studied under Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman doctor in the United States. Dr. Allen was followed by Dr. Matilda Evans, the first African-American woman licensed to practice medicine in South Carolina. Qixia Matthews McGowan from Columbia, South Carolina, who in 1865 was the first woman elected to public office in Charleston, South Carolina. Anita Pulser of Charleston, South Carolina, a photographer and women's rights advocate. Darla Moore, Lake City, South Carolina, investor and philanthropist, and the first woman to be profiled on the cover of Fortune magazine. Nikki Haley, Bamberg, South Carolina, first female governor of South Carolina. The road has been paved and many doors opened by women for all humankind to benefit. Women have always been leaders in making others feel visible, valued, and respected, which is the ultimate role of diversity and inclusion. Equity is coming. Diversity drives excellence. It enhances innovation and awareness, which leads to inclusion. Inclusion brings different views, thoughts, and ideas to help and serve our various communities. Nurturing and engagement is simply in the DNA of women. We recently held the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce second annual Women's Conference. It was an excellent event where we celebrated women who told their stories and the paths taken by each. Our keynote speaker was Judge J. Michelle Childs, a U.S. Supreme Court nominee who now sits on the U.S. Court of Appeals, D.C. Circuit, again another woman leader with ties to South Carolina. So in telling our stories, we are sometimes the first in significant positions that open doors for other women. Therefore, we need to be supportive and reach back to help all women succeed on the journey. For some of us, the journey has not been all roses. We have faced challenges, discrimination, harassment, and cruelty that causes pain and frustration and even anger. Is it or was it right? No. But if we don't open the doors and share our stories, how will others learn and know how to navigate the many obstacles they face? As I wrap up my conversation with you, I want to encourage someone on your journey to uplift another woman on her journey. I recently completed my certification in diversity and inclusion from Cornell. And the one thing that has been repeated in the DE&I discussion is sharing your story. For me, it's an emotional memory, but I was told by others who have been in the field much longer than me to share my story. So here it is. After graduating from the University of South Carolina, I had 2 interviews, one with Palmetto Health. Kester Freeman was the CEO, and the R.L. Bryan Company. Charlie Dickerson was the CEO there. As a child of a healthcare provider, I did not want to work in this area just because I remember the late calls or the times that she did not come home because others could not make it into work. It's a 24/7 operation. The doors of a hospital never close. So I asked Kester to give me a couple of days to think about his offer. I met with Mr. Dickerson, with whom I had interned thanks to the Columbia Urban League while in college. The job he was offering was to be an assistant to the CEO and the VP of the company, not a secretarial position. The position was to be the eyes and ears for him of the day-to-day operations and attend meetings. So as a recent graduate, a female, African-American, I was quickly labeled as the token. So I had a conversation with my grandfather one weekend about how the job was going. Background information, my grandfather was an AME preacher and a skilled brick mason. He immediately told me to never say that again and that I was the chosen one and to hold my head up high and do my job to the best of my ability. Since that day, I've never thought of myself as a token, but as the chosen one who, like those before me, opened doors and helped others on their journey. I share this with you to say, do the same for someone else, another woman. It is crucial and critical that we support each other and help each other open the doors that were not meant for us to come through. So despite our gender, race, ethnicity, age, or other diversity dimensions, we all have something in common. We are women. So to all of you who were nominated as Prisma Health 2023 Women of Impact, I congratulate you as you continue your journey of making Prisma Health open and welcoming for all, team members, patients, and the communities you serve. Continue to be the light and the motivation for other women. As you go up the ladder, reach back and take someone with you. Be a mentor, a sponsor, or someone who motivates and encourages other women to be the leaders that we are naturally born to be. South Carolina is known for some powerful and great women who bring about excellence, and I commend you for being one of them. Again, thank you, Dr. Walters and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. I want you all to continue being the women of impact who encourage, challenge, and uplift others. Have a great day.
I'm excited to congratulate Prisma Health women for their unselfish giving of time and talent while creating personal stories and building a Prisma Health culture of inclusion. Over 100 nominations were submitted by team members to recognize their peers. These women went beyond their work roles and responsibilities to advance diversity, strengthen a sense of belonging, and make others feel seen, heard, and valued. The 2023 Women of Impact top honorees are Dr. Naceme Azizzadeh, Latasha Brewton, Stephanie Zhang, Jenn Maness, Porth, Ralyea, Dr. Kerry Sease, Alexandra Twomey, Qixia, Zhang. Congratulations to all of our honorees and nominees. We appreciate everything you give to Prisma Health.
Thank you for joining us and submitting a record number of nominations to recognize outstanding Prisma Health team members during our 2023 Women of Impact observance. It has been so heartwarming and inspiring to read about all the amazing females in our organization and the impact they have on our team members and community every day. Congratulations again to the top honorees, and continue to tell your stories.